I bet you think all the decisions you make are pretty logical. They're not. Most decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis are pretty emotional, and your brain just creates logical reasons after the fact. My name is James, aka Smokey the Product, and today I'm going to show you why emotional decisions control your life and how to stop them. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Logic rarely drives behavior. Emotion drives behavior. Logic just explains it later. You don't buy things logically. Hell, sometimes you don't even choose careers logically. You think you choose your relationships logically? You feel first. You justify second. Here's the second uncomfortable truth. More information does not produce better decisions. People think that if they research more, analyze more, gather more data, that they'll decide better. But most of the time, the more information that you get, it just strengthens what you emotionally already feel. Research becomes justification. Here's the third one. Confidence is often a warning sign. The strongest emotions feel like certainty. Fear feels like intuition. Excitement feels like opportunity. And comfort feels like safety. But feelings are not facts. Here's my take. Your biggest life mistakes will come from decisions that felt absolutely right in the moment. Not because you were careless, but because emotion removes objectivity. Let me give you an example. Most people have taken a job that the opportunity felt so exciting. The recruiter sold the vision, but they ignored the warning signs. You overlook the bad culture, you overlook poor leadership, and it's project work that's misaligned to your ultimate goal. Why do we do this? Because emotion made the decision and logic tried to defend it. You took the job because you needed the money, right? You took the job because if you didn't take this job, your family would look down on you, right? You did this because you wanted the title and you wanted the status, but you didn't really want to do this. You didn't want to be an IT project manager. You wanted to be an artist. You wanted to be a musician. You wanted to do something more creative, right? We've all done this. And once you see this, you can't unsee it. Here's what's happening inside of your brain. Emotion is fast. Logic is slow. Emotion protects comfort. Logic evaluates outcomes. Your brain was designed for survival, not optimization. That means your default decisions prioritize safety, not success. If you don't interrupt this process, emotion wins every time. Here's a simple framework to stop emotional decisions. Let's call this a decision pause system. Use this before any major decision. All right. Step one, name the emotion. You're going to want to ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Are you feeling fear, excitement, pressure, urgency? Naming the emotion weakens its control. Step two, remove urgency. Emotional decisions demand speed. Logic requires space. If a decision feels urgent, delay it. Time creates clarity. Step three, externalize the decision. Ask this: what advice would I give a friend in this situation? Distance creates objectivity. You become rational instantly. Step four, decide based on outcome, not feeling. Choose the option that gives you the best long-term result, not the most comfortable short-term feeling. That's how professionals decide. You ever notice that the better decisions kind of come from a place where you don't really need it, right? Like, hey, I'm applying. That's why they want you to apply for jobs while you still currently have a job. Because you're not desperate, right? You're not susceptible to short-term feeling and decision-making because of your immediate need for money. Like, we're going to give you this compensation package, and let's say this compensation package isn't in your ballpark, and they're lowballing you. Well, if you already have a job, it's a lot easier to say, no, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. If I can't get what I need or what I want, I'm out of there. But when you're desperate, I need this money, I'll take anything right now. It's just going to be temporary. Decisions like that, those are emotional decisions and they compound over time. Next thing you know, You're 3 to 5 years down the line and you kind of change your trajectory on your career path or on just your long-term vision in your life path because you have been making decisions from an emotional place, and without giving yourself the leverage or the time and the space to be able to make a logical decision, you've completely changed your trajectory. And then you combine that with putting a lot of effort. So when you make your decisions, make them based on outcome and not feeling, even if that means that you're going to have to wait a little longer, put in a little more work. If the decision is the right decision, you cannot compromise here. If you didn't learn anything, just remember this. Emotion drives decisions. Awareness restores control. If you learn to pause before deciding, you gain an unfair advantage in life. My name is James, aka Smokey the Product, and I'll see you in the next one.